graphing quadratic inequalities is the same as graphing linear inequalities. You remember that when we did linear inequalities, we first needed to find the boundary of the graph, which was when this sign was an equal sign, y equals. Okay, so we're going to think of our statement, our boundary, and what graph that would be. Well, hopefully we recognize this equation as the standard form of a parabola, which we studied earlier. From that, we know that the vertex of the graph is 4, 2. That'd be negative 2. So 4, negative 2 is here. Because the leading coefficient on the square is positive, we know the graph opens up. And since our stretching value is 1, it means that if we go over 1 unit each side horizontally from the vertex, we go up 1 unit. So our boundary will be a parabola opening up through those points. Now you'll notice that in the original statement there was no equal sign, so we don't actually want the points on the graph, on the boundary. We just need to show the boundary so we can see the separation between the points that work or don't. So we do that, remember, through a dashed line. Okay, so dashed line to show all the points on the boundary of the parabola, but those points are not part of our solution. I'm just going to de-highlight those solid points because they, remember, are not part of our graph. Alright, so now the points that do satisfy will be either on the outside of the parabola, points out here, or on the inside. And to decide which it is, as always, we do a test point. So for example, 0, 0. Plug that into the original statement. 0 is greater than 0 minus 4 squared minus 2, and I'm going to look to see whether this is true or not. This is going to be negative 4 squared, which is going to be 16 minus 2, and that's going to be 0 is greater than 14. Well, that is false. So this point does not satisfy the inequation, which means the points on the outside do not. Therefore, the points on the inside should. Now I'm just going to test just to be sure I haven't made a mistake here. So let's just take a point that should be working right here, 4, 5. So let's test 4, 5 into our original statement. Y is 5. Is that greater than 4 minus 4, which would be 0 squared, which is 0, minus 2? Is 5 greater than minus 2? Yes, it is. That is true. And so we have found the correct section that satisfies the inequality, and so that section is shaded.